All right, let's do the acceleration testing here on the UScooter GT Sport, just unlimited like I showed. Do it. 3, 2, 1. Oh, I'm gonna do that again. I had a little wheel spin. Well, I feel like that acceleration is not too bad. It doesn't feel as strong as the previous version of the GT SE. We're gonna have to see what the numbers say. 3, 2, 1. First impressions, the acceleration, this doesn't feel as spunky with the throttle as a GT SE. So that will be one of the ones I compare it to on screen over here. And we'll see. I think it feels a little toned down to me. They did have an improved throttle and electronic braking, but that doesn't mean it was improved for performance. It does feel very smooth. So for braking, we're going to use the drum brake and the electronic brake together. Always found that these stop very quickly. .3 feet. Jeez Louise, that's 8.2 feet. These smaller, lighter scooters like this with the double braking, man, they stop fast, and I'm not even using the friction brake. That felt like maybe a more true distance there. I think the other one, maybe I wasn't going quite 15. It's hard to do it by the display sometimes. Wow, well, that's 10.1. Okay. Wow, this might be my braking champion. So with such a light scooter like this, the scooter itself doesn't have very much force. So it seems like you can really stop quick. So I'm going to do one with involve the friction brake and see if it actually stops any quicker. My previous experience is not really, it's more of an emergency brake if everything else fails. I think the drum brake and the electronic brake really do a better job. So I don't really feel like that stopped a lot faster. It actually felt slightly less in control because with both the drum brake and the friction brake, I was definitely locking up the rear tire. Almost no hope of not doing that without a lot of practice. And that's 9.2 feet. That's exactly the same. All right, UScooter GT Sport, you see my skid marks over there. Braking wise, I think this might be the fastest stopping scooter at 15 miles per hour that I've tested so far. Just stops real quick. It doesn't have a lot of mass on its own. That's pretty great. Acceleration, I didn't really feel like it was super punchy in the acceleration, so see where it comes out. We're going to go do a top speed test right now and show you what the top speed clocks in at, and then of course we're going to throw in a hill climb and give you some range test information. So we're saying 25.6 on the display. I am not getting cruise control to kick in. I think I might have got cruise control engaged. So it was even a little bit, so to change the speed levels here, a quick way to change your speed limits is you hold down the left trigger, turn on the scooter, and it comes into the limit setting. Then right here, you change 1, 2, 3, 4. When you let go, you're in that limit. To change down the other things on the screen, you can put down the throttle, hit the power button, and you get through P1, which is, I think, the start from the stop. P2, which I think is cruise control, and P3, I think might be the sport mode. I hope I just got cruise control engaged, because that's so anyway, like I was saying, that's a real weakness to me, that not being able to engage cruise control from the app. Oh, there it goes. Yep, you got cruise control now. Cool. So I'm getting just over 25 on the display. This is definitely not 25. The back end at top speed, the back end actually gets a little, it feels slightly squirrely with the vibration. I'm going to do full electronic braking. So you can see it doesn't actually go all the way to a stop. That was interesting. It kind of clicked at the end of it. That was kind of weird. Huh. All right, so I'm gonna, this is, if I was to do a fast takeoff, I would give it a couple kicks. like that. We're gonna see what happens here. There's that little kick right there, about 20. On the display, these are all display things I'm calling out. I can't see the GPS. All right, so we are engaged in cruise control. Showing 26.1 on the display, 2. This might be bad, but I think I can take this corner. Oh yeah, we got it. So, a little drop in speed on that hill, but not too bad. Gonna finish talking about the performance with help of Cookie here on the UScooters GT Sport. Range-wise, I'm getting in the 17 to 20 mile range, mostly riding above 15 miles per hour. I don't really ride under 15 miles per hour at all. Price of riding wide open, I got almost 17 miles of range, and a little bit more than that riding between 15 and 20 miles per hour. Pretty good, I would say overall that's a pretty good range. Of course it's less than advertised, that's just always the way it is, right? Riding conditions, rider conditions, everything is variable when you're riding. Acceleration, I was really kind of surprised how low the acceleration felt on this particular scooter. Much slower feeling than the GT 2020. I'd never reviewed the GT SE, so I was kind of surprised by that, even though there's some refinement of the throttle and brake. It seems like the performance pop really took a drop. It showed these graphs from some other scooters. Braking wise, amazing. Hill climbing is in that same ballpark acceleration, a little lower than previous models. The performance on the GT Sport is a little less than I expected. I kind of want a little more pop with it because it's so far, the U-scooters tend to be so fun. That extra pop acceleration really is really great. Anyway, that's kind of what I think about the performance of the GT Sport.